Hi Central Cougars, my name is Mrs. Stone and I teach 4th grade. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and what you can expect in our classroom this year. I graduated from KU and this is my 10th year teaching. I live in Olathe with my husband and our 2 kids, Charlotte, who is 4, and William, who is 2. Mr. Stone is the school counselor at Washington Elementary here in Olathe. We love cats, and we have 3 at our house. This one is Calvin, this is Herbert, and this is Fitzgerald. I wanted to tell you about my teaching philosophy. Some things that are important to me and that I prioritize in the classroom are social justice, diversity, and inclusion, especially in the literature that we read and the discussions that we have. I like to help students make connections between the content that we're learning and both current and historical events. I feel that this helps make the learning more relevant to students. We also focus a lot on oral language skills, so we have a lot of class discussions where students are expected to speak and listen. Here's some information about the hybrid model. 2 days per week, students will be receiving face-to-face instruction at school with me. They will also travel to specials for an hour per day, and they will turn in assignments on an app that we will use called Synergy. Students need to make sure to wear a clean mask to school every day, as well as bring their fully charged iPad and other learning materials to school. They also need a water bottle each day because we will not be able to use the water fountains for drinking. We will all be frequently washing our hands and sanitizing surfaces in the classroom. The other 3 days per week, students will be learning at home. They will have live instruction with me from 8:15 to 9 o'clock every day on Zoom. They will also be given online lessons and assignments on Synergy, which will be created by me. They will have off-screen assignments that will then be submitted on Synergy, so they will not be on their iPad all day. At home, they will have time for specials, lunch, and recess, just like we do at school. And they will need to make sure to take home their iPad and other learning materials that they will need for their assignments. This is what our in-person class schedule will look like. And at the top there, you can see that during breakfast and our social emotional learning lesson, students that are at home that day will be joining the class on Zoom, and for the read aloud as well. After that, we will have math, followed by specials, writing, and then lunch at 12:05. After recess, we will have shared reading, phonics, spelling, and reading groups, and then afternoon recess, and then science or social studies, and then we will pack up and dismiss. Social emotional learning, or SEL, will be a big focus this year, just like it is every year. This is just important as academic learning, and below you will see some topics that students will learn about in 4th grade this year. This includes identity, empathy, respecting differences amongst people, strategies to reduce anxiety, how to manage strong emotions, and problem-solving skills. This is an overview of our 4th grade curriculum. So some topics that we will be learning about in math include place value, addition and subtraction, and students have already learned how to add and subtract, but in 4th grade, we add and subtract bigger numbers all the way to the millions place. Also, multiplication and division. Those are operations that students have used before, but we will multiply and divide larger numbers. Fractions and decimals. We will learn how to add and subtract them, compare them, and make equivalent fractions and decimals. We will also study lines and angles and measurement conversions, including time and length. For reading, we will read both fiction and nonfiction texts. We will practice summarizing, determining the main idea and details, determining the theme of a text. We will practice using text evidence to answer questions. We will also compare first and third person points of view. We will practice making inferences, and we will learn strategies to determine the meaning of new vocabulary words. For science, the topics that we study in 4th grade include energy and energy transfer, waves, structures and functions of living things, including plants and animals, natural hazards like earthquakes and volcanoes, erosion, renewable and non-renewable resources, and engineering design. And students will have the opportunity to build and create throughout all of our different science units, and they will incorporate that engineering design. For social studies, we learn about the powers of government, rights and responsibilities, immigration throughout history, regions of the United States, map skills, and choices and consequences. This year, we will be focusing a lot on priority standards. All of our 4th grade standards are important, but priority standards are more influential than other standards. And this is because not only do they influence student success now, but they also will have an impact for future grade levels. So we will be spending more instructional time on these standards, more time assessing on these standards, and I will be providing a lot of feedback so that students can become proficient on these priority standards. A little bit about my behavior management plan. So when students are in person, we will be creating a class agreement together, and these are rules that we all agree to follow while in the classroom. We also have school-wide behavior expectations for different areas of the building, like the classroom and the cafeteria and the playground. And then there will be individual and class rewards for positive behavior. In other words, when students are demonstrating the correct behavior, they will have an opportunity to earn rewards. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. My email and school phone number are listed on the slide. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you in person.